Welcome to Leroy and Leroy's Guide to Niagara Falls, Part 1. Now in Moose Jaw, we start every day hanging out with Mac the Moose, so we thought it was only fitting in Niagara Falls to hang out with their moose. I think it's an extra nice touch, the way they have a bungee cord holding up their flag next to the moose. Those antlers are doing a good job, buddy. Let's go check out the city. While you're in town, anything free is always a bonus. And here, they've got free skids. I don't know what a skid is, but they're free, so I'm gonna get one. Just a heads up while you're here in town, if you're coming down Main Street, you may see some sections of the street where there's no standing allowed. That's because they don't want to block the view of things like the trees. So you might want to plan to crawl down the street or bring a skateboard or something you can scoot on. Now we just wanted to explain this sign here in Niagara Falls. It says freezing mist. This is a celebratory sign that was actually put up during the winter of 1989. It was a very bitter cold winter, and there was worries amongst the community that the falls were going to freeze over. But the good news is, the freezing mist. If you're looking for parking, there is parking throughout the downtown. And the beautiful thing about it is that you can pay by coin, credit card, or by honking. That's good for an hour, but I think we need a little more. Now we should be set. The only problem is, between the hours of 3 a.m. and 6 a.m., you can't park down here, not even if you honk your horn. So if you are going to be watching for owls or anything like that in the night, you'll have to find somewhere else to leave your vehicle. Now, even though the freezing missed us, there is still some concern that those icy conditions could come back. But we're monitoring the situations with our cameras, so there should be no worry for you. Now, it can get really windy here at some times, so they chose this tree as their favorite and decided to anchor it down. This tree is not going anywhere. And I think the Christmas lights running up all of the anchors is a nice touch because it makes it feel like it's Christmas all year round. So just a little heads up on the wildlife here in Niagara Falls. These Canada geese, or as the locals call them, cobra chickens, can be a little bit aggressive at times. But if you keep your distance, everything will be okay. Now I know Leroy behind the camera wants me to get to the falls so we can show you that, but I just feel like these geese are leading me somewhere. One of our favorite things about Niagara Falls is that they kept the natural beauty. They didn't give in to commercialization and tourist traps. They made it about the nature, and we really appreciate that. Look at these natural stones. Just glad that they kept everything as nature made it. Just another example of how they've preserved the natural beauty here at Niagara Falls. These trees have been naturally growing on top of these posts for decades. It really does add a nice touch to the downtown core. Leave your wristwatches at home when you're coming to Niagara Falls, because just a short 20-minute drive from the falls is this Floral Clock. I'm not sure how they wind it up, but you know, it's pretty good. You can throw your recycling away, you can throw your garbage away, and you can park your car. You're probably thinking, how is a prime spot like this open? That's because somebody's NPC didn't get a permit. So, you know, make sure your NPC gets a permit. Okay, so we found a parking hack if you're going to be visiting here in Niagara Falls. The $50 fine actually works out to be cheaper than it costs to park legally. So I've been told the falls are across the street this way, and I can see something in the distance, but I can't quite figure out where we're supposed to cross the street. I've been walking down this street for a while now and have yet to see a crosswalk, but I'm sure we'll find one eventually. Someone told me if you want a really good view of the falls, you should grab one of these viewfinders. So I put my 2 loonies in, and I'm gonna check things out. I think they were mistaken. All I see is a brick wall. Save your Toonie. Now I do have one minor complaint while I'm here. I'm trying to follow the city's very strict no standing policy, but it makes it really difficult to get a good view of the falls. I can see the mist though, and it looks nice. Now I'm not one to break the rules, but I did have to stand for just a couple of minutes so we could see this. Niagara Falls really is amazing. Now, I can't wait to get you up close and personal with the falls when we hop on the Maid of the Mist. That boat is gonna take us right up to the foot of the falls and all the way back. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. We should probably get heading there now. Our tickets are coming up. That's our boat. Okay, so apparently we missed our boat because we spent too much time sitting on the bench. But, you know, you can imagine what it would be like if we were on there filming. That wraps up Leroy and Leroy's Guide to Niagara Falls, Part 1. I'm Leroy, he's Leroy behind the camera. There's always something to do.